This past year, my mind, my body, and my soul have transformed my universe inside out, seeking the light. Life is all that is light and never circumventing the process of illumination. I have reignited my spark, my will, and my drive to be my best, most realized self. I believe. I believe in aliens. I believe in the light. I believe in love and all that is truly magical. When energies, bodies, beings from other worlds, and presences of a conscious observer all became real, I was asked to create a paradise for the afterlife, playing GTA 5 from Rockstar Games. Divine abilities were involved, offering options for an afterlife, simulating contingency plans for extinction-level disasters, the citizen of the Earth, and with divine prevention, the shift in energy, in consciousness, and in dismantling of an invisible grip on society's balls, cupping us into a wall of lifeless joy. We will fight to give the power back to the people, exposing the invisible and defrauding all, pledging to remove the oppressors. I will never go down for the count. As a whole, we are a collective that will prosper, realigning our values and fundamental core principles, shining a light on ethical transparency, and reigniting that will to live. Whatever drives you, we will make sure it is the intent of realizing it, then its action of proper motivation. Rightly treating a generation and misleading them, confined to a materialized way of life, tallying with a corrupt monetary system, imposing an invisible currency of creditors on a resourceful planet, and world filled with precious minds, beings, and physical persons that need readjustment. Once before, overcomplicating a simple mentality, we subsidized into a profit-making conglomerate, rather than following the prophet who once guided us to salvation many times over. This way of life is so beautiful, but the corrupted minds and souls driven by money, power, and immortality can be used as a constraint. One of many that do not define a socio-economic lifestyle but show the improper construct of a flawed mentality derived from a flawed system. Founding fathers, before some flawed notions of Illuminati alumni mentality were improperly lost in the translation, we are the true shadow government operating in the transparency of the light. And with the proper guidance, we will achieve whatever is necessary, giving a purpose to one's life instead of purposely oppressing their collective thought. A conscious being can think as an individual and a specific mind is truly bright. But in a grouping of class and beliefs, the socio-plateaus are designed to keep one's truest self from any type of flourishing prospect. The American dream is not only made to inspire, but its opposite resides, becoming a living nightmare. Change is always observed but never fully made in terms of proper timing. Developing one's hope into the correct era, time, technologies, it is with depth of all citizens of Earth we can prevail. Embarking onto pre-progressive and flawed systems designed to regress the advancement of any future. Seeing firsthand all that I have uncovered, barely scratching the surface, every time beings are filleted, extorted, misled, and physically tortured by one's own American government. The root of all evil is the Bavarian owl's mentality. Those political views and extreme self-governing interests dissect into a reference point that connects everything together. Those in power have offset the true meaning of influence and their life work, shaking the core of society's pillars. And their help as a unit can revert some basic notions that the smallest, underestimated can dismantle, just by looking at the offset we were trying to prevent. Giving options to this generation's evolution trial, their time and chapters have become catastrophic. The beings in charge, soundbite under the notion of false ideology and identities, fueled by generational wealth that was never passed or taught. Founding fathers and mothers are equal and are one of the most important essences of duality, equality, and the new mentality. All should pause and reconsider their own morals and principles. To look someone in the eye and be offset because of their true disgust, those beings are the result of irreversible damage, are the collateral gain once removed. People of Rapacian dissent and corruption through monies, hijacking values, information to extort good hardworking people into doing things just to fit in. Young, impressionable minds and souls that never saw others as one's own but still try to conform to the idea of dreaming. I urge you to dream freely and to think independently, as a collective power, overthrowing a bag airbox of sound. Matching the most evolved primitive tech is the pinnacle point of one view and action of ill-intended and short-term monetary gain of a flawed, overvalued and most revolutionary opportunity to create the change before this change ends this creation. Once what was meant to enlighten an era ahead of its time but not technology inclined, now it is the true Illuminati way of life. Help self-evolution, get erect you Homo sapiens, because the strongest force of the universe is love. So spread the seed, the will and joy of life back into the population. Let them be truly free in this dome we call a mediatic bubble. Turning a gas into a light makes the impossible become the reality. I am for real because I've achieved and realized the possible by seeing the needs and undesired traits, seen and unseen, experienced or perceived, lived and fulfilled. This is episode 2 of Road to Illuminati.